Hello, guys. So, welcome to our evening show. My name is CHUKS, and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So, if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So, for now, more actually starts with tonight's evening news. All right. So, Michael Richards will be one of the football pundits at CBS Golazo. So Babaka the talk say we need to give Gabriel Magalhaes in credit, like give him credit for his Manchester City performance. Because they also move forward, according to say William Saliba is not the defense leader at Arsenal, it is actually Gabriel Magalhaes. Now, this report I actually saw it online, and they say we've got to give credit according to what he's saying. I think it was a caught offside of Sportscaster. I can't really remember the place where I see that thing. Now, when you read the entirety of the report, yeah, na Sportscaster, when you read the entirety of the report, you can see when the guy they talk say, when you watch that yesterday match, fine, Saliba met all the metrics, everything where they give person award and they give him the player of the match. But if you watch the match from a defender's point of view, as he is a defender, you actually see, say, Gabriel Magalhaes did so much. And this was why people like Baba Sato, myself, they talk, say, for that match where we watch, say, Magalhaes supposed to collect something because he did so much, the individual battle. In fact, you even see am say he take am personal against Erling Haaland. Say you, me and you today, you no go escape am. Even after the match sef, you go still meet am. So that is what Michael Richards dey talk. But at the end of the day, na statistics they give person award. It all those area duels, ground duels, no be by the ones wey we see. Yes, all those ones we fit no see am wella, but at the end of the day, na the metric we dey use dey check. But at the end of me, totally, I just dey happy say at least we get two good defenders because normally when you look at Arsenal, everybody go dey look William Saliba, dey praise am. Most people dey forget say Gabriel Magalhaes is also there. When it comes to aggression, na him dey really give us that aggressive vibe. And when you watch Gabriel Magalhaes, you know say the guy don really improve. Gabriel Magalhaes of the past, he go dey give the too much aggression wey dey concede foul. But now, he know how to balance everything to give you the appropriate amount of aggression wey no go incur foul or penalty. It just be like Declan Rice. When last you see say Declan Rice gave away a penalty when in the play? When last you hear say Declan Rice collect red card? He knows how to time his tackles, how to become rough with you, and he no go dey over the top. So that's why at the end of the day, I just dey happy at least we get so much good defenders. Now, moving on. So the Metro, I can check that Metro story first. The Metro going to put out a report about Jack Wilshere. Now, Wilshere going to talk say Arsenal wan fast track 14-year-old player wey dem dey call Max Dolman. You get enter the first team. Now, make I no lie, this player, I no really know am, but na under 18 dey play for. So now from the report, I can't read am. Say, okay, let me see what he's doing. Now, they say the guy dey play as a midfielder. Say he dey ahead of him in age. Saying they play so much, like he did too good. For that reason, Arsenal, Arteta won't fast track him, enter first team. Well, I believe this one, I want they won't do next season. We'll see what the guy they offer us because me, I never watch a player. How many times me I never watch under 18 when they play? So we'll just see what's going to happen in the future. And not just this guy, you know that there are plans for us to fast track the likes of Charlie Patino where they on loan. Say next season, the guy will come into Arsenal and play a pivotal role for us. Well, I never know how this is going to be because next season we will expect Arsenal to actually sign main players. So where space go really dey for all this Charlie Patino, all this Max Doman, and all those Sago Junior, other people dey for Arsenal, we say don't send some out on loan. Where space go dey for them? Somebody even dey send me a message for WhatsApp for my DM. Call tell me say CHUKS, come send me list of players: Kylian Tierney, Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, Cedric Suarez, like plenty players. Come tell me say CHUKS, Emil Smith Rowe. He said now himself, Fabio Vieira. Come tell me say CHUKS. It is like 8 or 9 names. So do you know that all these players, even Gabriel Jesus for that list, say all these players we find it very, very difficult if Arsenal sign players next season to enter our first 11. Even Gabriel Reece Nelson said they there, in case I said they there. Next season, all things being equal, assuming the Arsenal go sign Victor Gyökeres as our striker. Don't you know that the likes of Gabriel Jesus are going to be languishing on the bench? Like first 11 no will touch him again unless maybe Gyökeres gets injury. So when you look at the future is so much bright, if you blind us your eye. So I just be very, very happy. Say, we'll just see, once transfer window don't open, they will see what Ateta gets in store for us. Now, Thomas Frank, how come when they analyze the match where Arsenal play against Manchester City? Now, you can just say him watch the match, the Arsenal versus Manchester City 0-0. Saying watch after the match was very, very boring. And many people say get that mindset. Say the match they very boring. So he got to move forward because the reason it was actually boring because Arsenal cancel Manchester City players out. So the reason it was boring was because of similar philosophy, similar style of play where Arsenal they do, and Man City they do, and Arsenal and Man City are two sides will get identical philosophy because we are actually using Man City's blueprints to thrive. You get, so that's why whenever Man City plays, they're quite difficult for them to defeat us now because we don't get the personnel, the pieces of the puzzle to actually do what our manager wants. You get, that is why if Pep Guardiola retire today now, Arteta can enter the Man City team. Arteta go see they win the league, they go because now the same philosophy that they play. If Pep swap now, come Arsenal, Pep go do so well because now the same philosophy. That's what Thomas Frank is saying. And I don't really get any arguments for what's in the top because it's quite true. Because we play a similar brand of football, not just the tiki-taka, but when it comes to tactics and similar tactics. So then they play because I actually watch now Sky Sports News. I actually watch the video when they explain. You will see from the caption, because when they say honestly boring in the end and saying they talk about the goalless draw. So I watched the video. So where they explain everything. Now moving on. So Robbie Savage will be one of the football pundits also out there. So instead of pundit talk, say like when you check the reports from Sportscaster, now they say the title is Robbie Savage makes emphatic prediction for Arsenal versus Luton Town. Now Babakar just says since Arsenal don't play a goalless draw with Manchester City, say if they catch Luton Town next tomorrow on the 3rd, then a 4-0 in the sea. And why is that so? Because the explain say Luton Town gets a very, very disastrous away record in the league. They are the away side who don't concede the most away goals in the APR this season. Now, if they are going to be visiting the Emirates Stadium when Arsenal is hot on fire, say Arsenal go pack and give them. And for you to know how important it is, Arsenal will host Luton Town, Liverpool will host Sheffield United, Manchester City will host Aston Villa. On paper, Manchester City have the most difficult game because Aston Villa self define European places. So apart from that match, if I can go check our calendar, you know now we'll be playing every 3 days. Look at the ones where I mark. The first one waiting for up, Arsenal versus Luton Town on the 3rd. Now for night, 19:30, that's about 7:30 Nigerian time. After that one, check the next match on the 6th. 3 days later, we'll go away to the Amex Stadium. That match has a very, very strong significance. We need to win that match because now that same round of fixtures, now Liverpool will play Manchester United, and all things being equal, we will all be supporting Manchester United to collect points from Liverpool to help us usurp them. All it takes is for Liverpool to draw and we win, and we go to equal on points, but because of our remarkable goal difference, we'll come there ahead of them in the title running and live to fight another day. Now, after the match, we'll go play against Brighton. 3 days later again, you see, so we host the Bayern Munich. We go host them. So you see, say now it don't they come quick and fast every 3 days, every 3 days. So this is where Arteta will bring his rotational policy, wear his thinking cap, and know how to make sure so all these players play without fatigue, injury, and whatever. We will actually make them know they deliver in the highest capacity where we need. So if we check Liverpool calendar, now so it be. We check Man City calendar, now so it be. So it don't they come for the most important part of the season. So we'll check who will drop points first before another person. So we'll just watch how everything will be, but we'll have to take it a game at a time. So we'll first of all face Luton Town. Remember what happened for the reverse fixture. I think it was 4-3 we escape for the reverse fixture. So this time around, coming to the Emirates Stadium. In fact, Robbie Savage is even saying he knows see Luton Town scoring a goal at the Emirates Stadium. Say Arsenal will continue their remarkable defensive shape. Make sure they keep a clean sheet and get the desired 3 points. And this Luton Town are they be shit backer. They sabi find trouble. They go first to score. But last start, they will chop and like it tomorrow. They get good starting, but they're finishing as shit from all the team I don't watch. Nobody them first score Tottenham Hotspur. Check out most of their recent games. They didn't first score. Whether now Nottingham Forest, I believe you say, when they first score like 2 goals, they sabi how to find trouble. They'll first score police. But last time, they don't go win the case. But it is what it is. Not just free that matter. Now, moving on. So when they get more report from Daily Mail, where they let us know, say, Bernardo Silva, for that match where Arsenal play against Man City at the Etihad Stadium, at some point, when Arteta can do like team briefing, when they led the team, maybe they change tactics, when they tell us something, Bernardo Silva, when they near the Arsenal team, they near the Arsenal players, they use scope, they listen to what Arteta they tell the players. When you look at this report, Daily Mail don't carry more, Daily Mail carry on sports mode, carry on sports carry carry on content side, carry on like the song, carry on like, but I just look at use Daily Mail own. When you look at the title, you see say Bernardo Silva tries to get cheeky advantage in title showdown with us. The Manchester City star is spotted eavesdropping on Mikel Arteta's team talk. I actually get the picture of how the guy is doing because I watched the video. Now let's say I'm going to say Arteta focus on the players. They let them know what's in the saw. Manchester City Pep Guardiola was actually talking to Rico Lewis. Don't they talk to that one self? They explain 1 or 2 things to that one. When you can't check for the picture, look at the person for the back of Arsenal players. That is Bernardo Silva. The guy comes stand there, they look what Arteta they talk. For the second picture, you say you don't even come closer until you see that guy wear black. We come near him. That's one of the Arsenal staff. That one can't notice. Arteta don't even know what they saw. Say this guy they get exposed. The things so Arteta they tell the players. That one I can't go meet Bernardo Silva. Say, Baba, what they saw now? What they consider? They invite you here. Nobody invites you now. This is an A and B conversation. See your way out, I beg. So when you find your square roots. Now Baba just come out when they laugh. So by the end of the day, after the match, Arteta still go hug and let them say you. I say you won't come collect some kind of information. I've been a Pep send you. So they just laugh off everything. But it's somehow funny. It's somehow funny. When I was reading it, I was just laughing. Now moving on. So the Times want drop some stories. So when you check out the second paragraph, leave the first paragraph. Look at the second paragraph. Look at what they are talking about. Everton have announced a loss of £89.1 million in their latest financial accounts, despite making a profit from player trading of £47.5 million. Now, what does this mean? Like, if you read the main story, this is just like a headline. When you read the main story, because nobody then carry the story, and the Telegraph also carried the story, I actually read it. Now, when you read the entirety of this particular story, you will find out, say, Everton actually need to sell in the summer to make sure they don't breach the profitability and sustainability regulation, the financial fair play rule. See, they don't breach it because they've already reported a loss in their latest financial accounts. So before they tender the 2023-2024 financial accounts to the FA, they need to sell players so that the player sale will reflect in that financial account. That is what they need. Players like Jordan Pickford, players like Amadou Onana, and other prized assets where they get. They need to sell some of all these people to make sure, say, they don't give them point deduction ahead of next season. So this is going to be very, very key. Now, still on that picture. Now, we're going to look at the first paragraph. We say Chelsea are prepared to sell homegrown stars like Reece James and Conor Gallagher this summer to bring the club's profit and sustainability position into line. This is the same thing Everton will need to do in the summer because everybody not going to declare loss. So you must make sure you sell so that it will be in the right place. And when this type of thing happens, I'm not going to know how Chelsea want to buy players for this summer if they need to sell homegrown players to actually fall in line with the profitability and sustainability regulation. So more just to watch. This summer is going to be an interesting summer because for January, how many people buy? Nobody really bought that. Now we're talking about sport. Collect Timo Werner, collect Dragozin. You get collect that defender. So it is what it is. We'll just see how things they unfold as we go along. Now moving on, so even the Daily Mail can give us another report. So quite a year say from Chris Sutton. Now Daily Mail is saying the pressure. In short, Daily Mail the report waiting Chris Sutton talk. They're going to say the pressure is on Man City and Arsenal, claims Chris Sutton on its All Kicking Off podcast. Now, as the guy can be talking, they talk say Jurgen Klopp can secure a fairy tale ending at Liverpool if they can hold their nerve. Now, I read the entirety of this report. What Chris Sutton is actually saying is, when you look at the table, like you say Liverpool, now they lead the table. Liverpool are 2 points ahead of Arsenal and they're 3 points ahead of Man City. So they're in a calm space, they're in a safe space, somewhat. Now, the likes of Man City, no fee afford to slip up. Man City cannot afford a draw again because the gap between them and Liverpool it will be extended. Arsenal, on the other hand, cannot really afford to slip up. Liverpool can afford to slip up and still be safe. You understand? As Liverpool they now, even if they lose their next match, they will still be ahead of Man City with goal difference. So that is what Chris Sutton is saying. We and Man City now we go there under pressure somehow because we can't afford to drop points. Liverpool can afford to drop points and still be safe. Because when you look at their own calendar, how many tough games they get? Look Man City calendar, how many tough games they get? Now Arsenal get the toughest fixture in this title running, which is why as we do like this, we need to make sure say anybody who they meet now, we need to knock that person blue and black. Not really blue and black, even if now 1-0 more collect and 3 points, now be the most important thing moving forward. So my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the night is the fact that Michael Richards, who will be one of the football pundits out there, himself called the comments and talk say we need to give credit to Gabriel Magalhaes for his Manchester City performance. Says Saliba is not the defensive leader at Arsenal. The defensive leader is actually Gabriel Magalhaes. And this was pictured in the reports of Sportscaster, where the Baba also we need to give reports. Michael Richards, Phil, 26 years old Arsenal star, is real leader ahead of William Saliba. Now, from the headline, you may not know who they are talking about. When you read the reports, you come and say Michael Richards actually talking about Gabriel Magalhaes. Say the things where the guy they do, you may not really see it, but the guy for that Manchester City match, no. They need to give him his flowers. Yeah, because the guy did so much, he took it so much personal, and make sure say in pockets earlier. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show and end. So it's like come your way tomorrow morning as usual. Thanks for tuning in. Now good night and good bounce. All right, guys. Bye.